Hello, dear guys. We'll be taking a lovely look today at the embryology of the skeletal system. We have different parts. Some I have done and some I am not done with yet. But in today's part, we'll be looking at the embryology of the skull. And then we'll move on to the exoskeleton and eventually the limbs. So, starting with the skull. Like with everything in embryology, we start with the trilaminar disc. So we have the ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. The mesoderm, we have the paraxial, the intermediate, and the lateral plate mesoderms. And in between this mesoderm, we have your neural tube and notochord. And up this tiny dot here is your neural crest cells. So these are it for the creation of the skull. We need your paraxial mesoderm, neural crest cells, and neural tube. Have your paraxial mesoderm, neural crest cells, and the neural tube. And the top paraxial mesoderm will form the occipital somites, which will then give rise to your neurocranium. Now, this is your skull, like the bottom part. Like you cut your skull in halfway, then you're looking at the bottom part from the top view. So you are seeing your ethmoid bone, your sphenoid bone, and the petrous parts of your temporal bone, and also your occipital bone. Now, all these bones are created through endochondral ossification. So you have your mesenchymal cells, which then form chondrocytes and then form osteoblasts. Now, in this lower part of the cranium is also known as the chondrocranium because it forms from chondrocytes. Next up, we have the membranous neurocranium, which is the upper part of your skull. Now you can see from the diagram your frontal bone, your parietal bone, and also occipital bone, and the sutures too, coronal sutures, and sagittal sutures, and also the lambdoid suture. And where two sutures meet, you see the frontal nails, which are your anterior and posterior frontal nails. And it's called membranous neurocranium because it formed through intramembranous ossification. So from mesenchymal cells straight towards osteoblast. And that is the neurocranium. Over now, we're going to talk about the vicerocranium. And vicerocranium is formed from the pharyngeal arteries, which is around here. So we're cutting this part of the embryo and we're seeing the pharyngeal arteries. Now, most of the vicerocranium is formed from the first pharyngeal arch and little from the second and a bit from the first two. So, vicerocranium. It is mainly formed from intermembranous ossification, so from mesenchymal cells to osteoblast directly, and it forms your facial structures. So, part of the skull that forms your face, your zygomatic bone, maxilla, mandible, external cortic meatus, the squamous suture, and the squamous part of the temporal bone. Now, these parts are from the first pharyngeal arches. Now, there are also other structures, for example, the hyoid bone, the laryngeal cartilage, and the pharynx, malleus, incus, stapes. So, the hyoid bone, the malleus, and incus are all formed from the first pharyngeal arch. The laryngeal cartilage is formed from the fourth to sixth, or fourth and sixth pharyngeal arch, and the stapes is formed from the second pharyngeal arch. And with that, you've known a bit about the embryology of the skull.